everybody. It's Tamara here at Papercrafts by Tamara, and I'm back as promised with the envelope punch board tutorial. We're going to make a 3x3 envelope and an envelope for a 4¼ by 5½ inch card, which is the size that I typically make, and which most people make for greeting cards. So let's go ahead and get started. Move my camera so we can see here. These are the envelopes we're going to make. This envelope I created with the DSP Purple Petal Promenade, and it's kind of marbled on one side, and they have photographic floral prints on the other. Really gorgeous paper. And this is for a regular size card. This is the card I made on my last tutorial. It's a 4¼ by 5½ inch card, and fits perfect into these envelopes. So we're going to make an envelope this size for a card, and we're going to make a 3x3 because this size envelope is great for this little 3x3 cards, which are great to put on a package. It gives you a little room to write a sentiment of something inside to personalize it, and it will just stick on the side of a package. So we are going to make one of those, a 3x3 size. And this is the envelope punch board itself. You can see, I'll bring it up a little closer, it has all the sizes. On the side here, this will show you your card sizes, and depending on the cards you want to make, this is the size of the paper right here that you cut it at. And then you have a score line, and I'll explain that further later. And these go all the way from, let's see, from like you can make an envelope for a card that's 2 by 3½ inch all the way up to 6 by 8½ inch, and it gives you all the paper sizes, the score lines for all of those, and it's real simple to do. You also has a little bone folder, and on the board you can see it's got a little groove right here, and this is where you do your scoring. And I'll show you, and this is the measurements for the actual scoring, and I'll show you how we do that. It's got this little piece here. When you hit that, it's going to make a little groove, and when you turn it around, it will round your corners. So let's get started, and I'll show you how that all works. So for the larger one, I cut a piece at 8 by 8 to make a card that size. You do that, and it looks like, let me see, my score line is at it's like 3½. I wrote them all down because I was just working on these particular ones. So it's at 3½. So you take your paper and you just slide it up here. There's a place you can slide it into, and you want to go over to where it says 3½ here. I hope I'm not getting my head in the way. There's your 3½. So once you get it to the 3½, you take and you hit the little punch thing, and you put your tool right here, kind of at an angle, and you're going to follow that line and make a little score line. Once you have your first score line, you don't need to worry about the measurements for these cards. So you just simply turn it. Now you're going to line your score line up with this piece right here. And I hope you can see that. Let me pull it up here closer. You can see the score line, and you just line this up, and then we're going to pull that across again. So let's get it down where you can see it here. Line it up. I always hit that first so I don't forget. And then you make your score mark, and then you're just going to turn it, and you're going to do the exact same thing again all the way around. So hit that, punch that out, hit the score line, and one more time, just line it up, punch, and hit the score line. Okay, now to round our corners, you simply turn the tool around, and right in here you get your corner in nice and straight, and just punch it again, and you'll get a nice rounded corner. So we'll go ahead and do all sides. It looks a little nicer, I think, for a greeting card. And then to put it together, it's very simple. We're just going to score on those, or we're going to fold on those lines. So you just kind of bend your lines. I bring the bottom in and then the sides, and then you have the top to seal. So you use your little folder to get a nice crisp line. And I don't know if you can see, I'm better on this side. I'm just simply folding on there and smoothing it out with the folder. Okay, let's get these out of my way. And your last side, let's see, that's your top. And then we're just going to put it together. So now you just have to add a little adhesive to this side and this side. And then when you seal it up, you just add a little more glue. You'll have to add glue by hand because you're making it by hand. We do have tear and tape that sometimes when I am selling these, I will put tear and tape on, because you put it on and when you want to use it, you just pull the paper off, and then the glue is exposed. So for this, for envelopes that I'm sending in the mail, I like to put a liquid glue on, because you don't want it to come apart. If I'm giving it by hand, I might just use the snail and then just add a little extra, because envelopes are used putting cards in and out of, and you don't want it to come apart. So we'll just add a little bit on here. If you make your own cards, or just whatever you need an envelope for, this tool is so awesome. It's in the current catalog, or you can go to my website. My website is papercrafts.stampinup.net. Papercrafts247, excuse me. Here's my paper. Papercrafts.247.stampinup.net. You can order them there, or you can email me at papercrafts247@gmail, and I'll send you a catalog. So anyway, we have this one done, ready for the card. And you just don't want to pull too hard, it might not quite be dry yet. And you just put your card in, and there you go. You have a beautiful card, handmade, with a handmade envelope. And when you make your own envelopes, you can choose a gorgeous paper that matches the theme of whatever card or greeting you might be putting in it. So let's set that aside, and we'll make one for this little 3x3 card here. For that size, you just need a piece of cardstock that's, I believe it's 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 inch, and this is our from our woodcut DSP, and it's all kinds of, this is one of the lighter colored woods, but there's all different shades of wood. So to make the 3x3, our paper is 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to score it at 2 5/8. So we're just going here and Okay, I don't want to get my head in the way, but I can't see very well. Haha. 2 5/8. Hit that little punch and score. You're going to turn, line that up on the score line that you just created, punch, hit that sideways, and score again. Keep turning it. Once you put your first measured line on, the rest of them you just follow the score line, previous score line. So it's pretty simple, pretty fast to make an envelope. And I didn't do that first, so I'll do it now. Okay, let's turn it around. Get our corners and we just stick those in there. And you can also use this part to round, if you're making a card and you want rounded corners, you just get your envelope punch board out and you have a beautiful corner rounder on it. Okay, so for this one, I don't know if you can see, yeah, we can see those score lines. I think I will put this side out, so let's go from this bottom piece up. Turn this around and out of my way a little bit. Bring our sides in. And the other side. Now we just need a little glue on there. Right now, there's just a few more days left of bonus days. Any $50 that you spend in August earns you $5 to spend in September. So it's a great time to place an order and get it something next month. So there you go. Now we can fold this over and you have an envelope for your little small 3x3 card. Aren't those cute? I just love them. And here's our other one. Actually made a couple, but I want to show you what you can do. I made, now this is a retired DSP. I have an order coming in today. I'm so excited with some new items. But anyway, I'm making some things for my shop with some retired items. And I made a 3x3 envelope. And I took it and I folded, instead of folding the flap forward, I folded the flap back. I stapled it. And I added some treats. Decorated it a little bit and added some treats. See where I stapled? I just pulled that back. Got a little M&Ms and some sixlets in it. Did a little decorating. And you have a cute Halloween treat. And this is the 3x3 envelope. So there's more. You can make favors with this as well. I've added handles to these. So you can have a handle like ribbon and carry it like a little purse or something. This is a 3x4 sized. Same thing, it's just a 3x4 envelope. And I took it and folded it back to make a treat container and did a little decorating. And you got a really cool Halloween treats to hang out that are decorated. Little favors. So anyway, if you like Halloween stuff, we have paper pumpkin, and coming up in September, you have to order before September 10th to get it in September, and it comes about, I don't know, 5 days after the 10th. You'll get it in the mail if you order it by the 10th. This month it's going to be Something Spooky This Way Comes. I've heard there are 24 of something in the box to make. The kits are all inclusive, meaning everything you need to make whatever the kit is making, which I'm thinking it's probably favors. something along, you know, this line. I know it's different, but it's going to be, I think, some kind of a Halloween treat favor. But anyway, these are really cool. You get them once a month. It changes every month. I will share what I just received in the mail for this month at my next video, and we'll make something with that. But I wanted to let you know about this. You can go to my website, Stampinup, papercrafts247.stampinup.net. Click on Paper Pumpkin, and it'll take you where you can get your subscription started. So anyway, don't forget about bonus days, and I thank you for coming by and watching my video, and I will be exploring more ideas and bringing you more projects and with some new items here next time. So have a great day, everybody. Nice to see you again. Thank you for stopping by, and share the video, please. Okay, bye.